Hello everyone, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway, here to do your general weekly read for the 10th to the 16th of May. Firstly, happy Mama's Day to all you mama bears out there who have celebrated today. I am going to be doing my general weekly read using my Sacred Geometry Healing card deck. And these are available on my website as well as amazing stockists all around the world. Okay. Also on my website, you can take a look at my liquid alchemy in a bottle, which are high vibrational frequencies. And you can work with these to nurture, balance, and heal the mind, body, and soul. If you do go to my website, you'll actually be able to download a PDF on my elixirs, which tells you more about how you can work with them and why they are very beneficial as a complementary therapy. Okay, so let's get started for the reading. Oh, I can't even find my words. For the week. All right, we've already had a couple of cards fly out. I'm going to pull a few more, but we've got vitality and we've got grounding and anchoring. It's really interesting with these cards. The first thing that comes to mind is being very mindful of your energy, which is what the vitality card is all about. So if you really are feeling yourself lacking energy, feeling a bit under the weather, really important to ground yourself, to be very mindful of what it is that you're doing that might be draining your energy, or what you might need to do to just start to re-energize yourself. Maybe it's about having a beautiful salt bath, maybe it's about walking out around nature. But what comes to mind with this card is what we're starting to see at the moment, and there are apps you can go and have a look at, but is really the Schumann Resonance. And the Schumann Resonance is the Earth's heartbeat. And what we're finding is that the Schumann Resonance at the moment is really spiking. And when we get these massive spikes that are occurring frequently, pretty much on a daily basis at the moment, and they're really jumping, when we know that your average Schumann resonance is 7.83 hertz, it can jump up to 30, 40, 50, 60 hertz. And it's huge, and it really affects us on a physical level, on not only the physical body, but also on our mental state, even spiritual state. So really important to ground, anchor yourself. And I just keep getting baths at the moment. If you've got a bath, if you've got access to a bath, have a salt bath, magnesium bath, using also bicarb. Bicarb is amazing to actually be able to absorb it transdermally, is a really good way. So you can do that having a bath. Hug a tree. I know for some that would go, what? But seriously, tree hugging is amazing. It's just being part, being able to connect in to the plant kingdom is just phenomenal. Just go onto your grass, lie on the grass. I also feel that going into the ocean would be really good for you right this moment too. Like if you have access to the water, go for a swim. It doesn't matter if it's not boiling hot. But just to be in that water can really make a difference, that salt water. Okay. I think there's a lot that we're all going to start finding joy in as well. And I think, with all these changes that we're seeing within the Schumann resonance, and you've got to understand, this is the concept of as above, so below. So what happens at one level is actually happening at another. So as the frequency of our earth starts to change, the frequency within ourselves starts to change. And I've said this in past readings, the only permanency in life is change. So we have to go with the flow. We have to allow ourselves to shed, just like a snake does. A snake sheds its outer layer. We need to shed aspects of ourselves that no longer serve us. It's about being, as we shed and we create that light, create lightness within our bodies. Because when I say bodies, it's just not the physical body, but what happens, as I said, on one level is going to happen. It ricochets out. It's like a domino effect. It happens on all levels. We're going to actually find that inner joy. We are bringing more of that inner joy. It's not finding it. For some, it will be finding it, but for others, it's also about creating an abundance of joy, more and more and more. It's about that connection of our heart to that sacral. It's, that creativity, that birthing center. Maybe there's something that you're giving birth to. If we look at the number of this card, it's a 42. The 4 is foundations and 2 is balance. And you may hear my granddaughter crying because I'm doing this at night and she's teething. So she's just having a little grizzle, but I want to get this reading done. But how beautiful to have her in the background. I'm very, very blessed to have her in my life and to be able to look after her. So it is awesome. Okay. What's come out here? All right. So which cards are going to come? All right. All right. So what we've got here is we've got awakenings. We're definitely going through a major shift, okay? And this is about tapping into that ancient wisdom, that ancient knowledge. It's the earth heart. It's the connection of the earth heart, okay? It's all about that interconnectedness. It's about accessing our Akash, it's all part of that conscious evolution. For us to go, okay, I'm back. This is normal life. So it's about doing, being able to juggle a few things. I like to think of myself as a bit of a multitasker right this minute. So just going back, as I said, all right, this is the awakening card. This is our sacred card. And what came out with those 2 cards, because you always pull a card with your sacred, are these 2, all right? Very, very important to maintain balance on all levels of our being, our mind, body, spirit, okay? And it is really, really important that we release traumatic experiences from our lives. Allow it to come up, allow it to process. And as we process it, we allow it to release. And we can use ho'oponopono, which is please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. It's a beautiful Hawaiian mantra to work with and to help you with your release of this trauma. You may need to do some writing. You may need to, there are a few things. It's something that's just not going to happen in one hit and just disappear. But if it means you need to speak to someone about it, do that as well. Maybe for you can write it down and burn it to release it. Like there's so many different ways we can work with it. All right. Okay. First and foremost, though, you've got to honor yourself. To finish off this reading, and it's interesting, this was actually the bottom of the deck before when I pulled those other 3 cards. Right now, it's so important that we maintain harmony and balance within our lives, okay? To do this, you can actually work with the 432 hertz, which is the universal frequency. You can download a song, or the tones, music of this on YouTube. It's easily and readily accessible. The other thing you can do is you can work with my liquid alchemy in a bottle. And I actually have created this one. Let's see here. Okay. And you can work with it as a frequency you can ingest as well. And that is available on my website. But it's understanding. So when we look at this unlimited potential, what this is like the soccer ball, but it's our DNA. It's what we call the truncated icosahedron. Okay. It is the shape of the soccer ball. And what it is saying, and it's a number 10, so 10 compounded is a 1, so all about new beginnings. So what it is saying is that when we start to change our thought processes, when we start to not only change the way we think, but the way we feel, the way we act, the way we know, the way we visualize, when we start to change our behaviors and our emotions, energy, and flow, it is profound what it is that you can create and manifest in your life, okay? Because it's all about consciously creating your reality. This is what you are here to do. If we are living in this holographic universe that we are in, what it means is that what we're actually visualizing, what we're actually thinking, is what we're actually manifesting into our existence, into our reality as we know it now. You are working on your foundations. This is what you are doing. You are here to bring through the most profound life that you can live now in this physical presence, in this moment. Okay, so really, it is really this week, be very, very mindful of your energy. And look, the bottom of the deck is meditation. Well, so to help yourself also with the way you're feeling energetically, you can go into forms of meditation or mindfulness. All right, make sure you really ground and anchor yourself. Another beautiful way to do that is to visualize tree roots going through your legs and actually going into the earth and anchoring you and grounding you really well. It's about creating that inner joy and happiness within your life, or expanding on that inner joy and happiness that you already have. Again, it's a 42. 4 is foundations, 2 is partnership, 4 plus 2 is a 6. So it's all about family. It may be that there's love coming into your life for some people as well. And it is that awakening aspect, and to do, to go where you need to go where you need to, to be able to fulfill and create the best of what you need to do right now in this lifetime. Really, really important that you allow certain aspects of your past traumatic experiences to be released, okay? Acknowledged, released, so that you're not continually living that past. Work on the balance on whole, and this is where you can work with solfeggio frequencies. So really quite a beautiful reading, and thank you so much for tolerating some of the noises that we've heard and having to stop and start again. But wherever you are, have a wonderful week. And just to remind you as well, on the 12th of June, I am running my next Zoom class. It's a 3-hour Zoom class on my sacred geometry healing cards and how to work with them. So it's the underlying sacred geometry involved in it. If you are interested and want to learn something new and add it to your toolbox, you can go onto my website at www.phoenixgateway.com.au, and you can click on courses, and you can buy the course, buy the cards. If you've already got them, fantastic, and join me on the 12th of June. So we'll see you then. Okay, have a wonderful week wherever you are. Bye for now.